This evening, over 200 students graduated from local training college. Hags Bosch is going green. Find out why construction has yet to start on the Diamond Oval Road. In the region, in Trinidad and Tobago, police officers to soon be given body cameras. And internationally, 2 Palestinians killed in skirmishes with Israeli security forces.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Granville Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel and our website, ch2headlinenews.com. Join us. Not all of us are academically inclined. Some of us need to focus our efforts in the areas that best suit our abilities. Today, after applying themselves to a rigorous 10 months of in-house training, over 200 students graduated from the Kuru Kururu Training College and received certificates that will prove that they are serious about their desires in life. Wendell Jeffrey was at the college on the Linden Highway for the graduation ceremony and filed this report.
225 youth are now more prepared to enter the world of work thanks to the preparation they received at the Kuru Kuru Training College. After 10 months of practical training, the students who were collectively involved in 10 different vocational skill sets donned their gowns and were pronounced official graduates of the college. 21-year-old best student Kelvin Wellington, a resident of Region 3, was very positive as he shared with Channel 2 Headline News what the course did for him.
Okay, well, I'm from Region 2. I study carpentry and project management. I did a driver's course and youth entrepreneur. And the experience was kind of challenging, but at first it was really rough because you had to get the groove into being around different regions, people, and different behaviors. But it was cool and fun because you get to study and learn more at educational programs a lot, and the staff was really nice to me.
When asked what were the keys to his phenomenal success in leading the pack of 224 students, his answer was precise.
To yourself.
Discipline, taking part in more than one activities, courses like the project management, normal course carpentry, driving, and PY, youth. That's it.
He even added a direct message for his fellow young people.
Well, my word to young people is that for those out on the street, go and get education. Education is the only way to success. Without that, you can't go nowhere in life. And for those who are studying, continue. It's going to take you far in life.
There were 10 disciplines, and all of the disciplines had a top student, a second place student, and a most improved student. In business studies, Onika Copidor was top. Best student Kelvin Wellington led the area of carpentry. Electrical installation and furniture making were topped by Adrian Monalal and Trevon Thomas respectively. The prize for garment construction was won by Sherian Susahai. Davison Stoll and Elton Weeks took away the top spots for masonry and motor mechanics. Plumbing and sheet metal was led by Nikolai Midas, while Sidney Higgins carried away the prize for refrigeration and air conditioning, and Karen Wells rounded off the top spots in the field of welding and fabrication. Additional prizes were awarded for those who participated in project management and those who topped the class in applied driving skills. The prizes were presented by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, Ms. Melissa Tucker, Assistant Youth Director, Ms. Leslie Ann Boyce, Senior Training Officer, Ms. Ernestine Wade Ramsey, Ms. Yvette Fitku from Sterling Products, Ms. Alma Miller of the New Opportunity Corps, and a senior officer from the Guyana Fire Service, Ms. Marcia Brooms. In his valedictory speech, Top Boy Kelvin Wellington was full of praises and thankfulness.
Firstly, I must thank God for sparing our lives, keeping us in good health, and bringing us safe to this day. A special thank you to the honorable team for taking the time off to be here today. We will cherish every word of encouragement that you give us. Mr. Scott, the Center Administrator, we thank you for being that serious, encouraging father and teacher, always giving us advice. You taught us the true meaning of discipline and to be patriotic Guyanese by always giving respect to the national flag and our country. You also taught us that there is order in everything and everything in order. We are grateful. The Senior Training Officer, Ms. Ramsey, we thank you for being that wonderful, serious, awesome mother to us all, for encouraging and advising us throughout the entire course, which was very helpful, and for challenging us to be patient, kind, obedient, humble, and understanding. You also entreated us to use our coin or time wisely while we are here. You exercised patience with us. Sometimes you had to make some hard decisions, but we understood. You had to do what was necessary. We sincerely thank you.
George, the climate in Guyana necessitates that all our youths receive every bit of training that they can obtain. About 35 students dropped out of the course. However, these 225 remaining students are now closer to being able of taking care of themselves financially. Today's graduation ceremony, therefore, made me particularly proud. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Construction on the $50 million Diamond to Ogle Bypass Road has been stalled for over a year now. Esther Sobers explains why.
Earlier this week, the government of Guyana signed a $17.5 million U.S. credit line with Exim Bank of India. The dollar credit line agreement is for the upgrade of primary healthcare facilities in Guyana. The High Commission of India to Guyana, Venkatacham Mahalingam, made mention of the stalled U.S. $50 million road project signed between Guyana and India. The Diamond to Ogle Bypass Road is expected to have a major impact on traffic and development of Georgetown and its surrounding environs. The agreement was inked in March of 2016 but is stalled for one major reason. The High Commissioner Mahalingam noted that the project, which was big for Guyana, it was too small for selected contractors. As such, the Indian delegation was forced to choose another company. The company is expected to do a preliminary study before engaging with the government of Guyana, particularly Ministries of Finance, Public Infrastructure, which a project report will be done before the project is implemented. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Coming up on Headline News after the break, Hags Bosch landfill is going green, and Minister Dawn Hastings comments on her tour of the dump.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Want to see the Amazon Warriors live and win tickets to the greatest cricket event of the year? Then show us your Warrior dance and you can win. It's easy. Check out our YouTube page, like the video, learn the moves, and upload your video for a chance to win.
GTT, proud sponsors of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. GTT, do more.
Clearance is having a massive blowout store-wide sale for 4 days, from the 26th to the 29th of July. So here's the deal. Shop any item and get the other at half price, or get 25% off any item store-wide. I'm talking ladies' jeans, dresses, tops. And for the fellas this summer, I'm talking jeans, jerseys, flip-flops, sneakers, everything you need to give you that sizzling summer look. So make your way down to Clearance. We've got all your camouflage gear for both ladies and gents. Remember, this massive store-wide blowout sale happens for 4 days, from the 26th to the 29th of July, right here at Clearance. Always keeping you in style.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Styles, simply different.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
We're back and still streaming live on YouTube and our website, ch2headlinenews.com. The United States Embassy in Georgetown is warning the public of an ongoing tender scam using its name to fraudulently obtain funds from local businesses for non-existent contracts. Reports indicate that an individual using the name of Ronell Fisher is using the embassy's name and logo to target businesses for the provision of solar generators and equipment. As such, they are urging businesses that if they receive a tender request from a Ronell Fisher tender section of the Embassy of the United States from the following email addresses: USA@embassytenderep.com or usaembassytenders.com or info@embassytenders.com do not act on this request. According to the embassy, the United States government's procedures precludes following strict regulations outlined in the U.S. Federal Acquisition Regulations. There is no fee to register for publicly advertised tenders by the U.S. Embassy in Georgetown. If anyone receives such emails, they are asked to notify the American Embassy via email at georgetownrso@state.gov. Hags Bosch landfill is going green. Our reporter Esther Sobers visited the dump to learn more about the recycling program and the people who make it possible.
Today, we're at Hags Bosch landfill located at the back of Eccles to learn about their new recycling process. Join me. Our first stop was the picker's shed, which is used for pickers to sort out their goods.
There's an office, a storeroom, and some washroom facilities for them to wash the dirt off the skin.
The pickers play an important role in the recycling process at the Hags Bosch dump site. If you're wondering what are pickers, pickers are...
They're a group of people, normal human beings, that access the landfill site on a daily basis to recover or reuse whatever material would have been dumped that they see fit.
We spoke to a few waste pickers who have been in the recycling business for over 15 years.
It's still good for no well. We still got other things like aluminum, even if the scrap metal, the iron business might be down for a year or two. We just still survive with the little bottles, the aluminum, the little brass, and the little copper. It still give we a day piece. We still can't say, well, we grown in, you know? We cry now because we get a honest DP.
Whilst many men are in the recycling trade, I spoke to one of the several women when Della is a single parent who is also working at the dump site for over 10 years.
The aluminum, the copper, and the brass, and then iron. And for the clothes then, people just come and buy them, wash them, and sell it back to people who's white vehicle, this gas wraps. So they cut up and sell back as wraps.
So how long have you been doing this?
I'm Esther Sobers, reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Esther. Also present on the tour was Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Dawn Hastings Williams. The operation of the Hags Bosch landfill falls under her ministry. She had much to say about the goings-on at the facility. Listen.
I was able also to observe the cell that we have, the existing cell. And to my knowledge, which I think, to my common knowledge, we should start working on cell number 2. We should not wait until that is filled.
Today, the media accompanied Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Dawn Hastings Williams, on a tour of the Hags Bosch sanitary landfill in Eccles, East Bank, Demerara. Minister Hastings was generally pleased with the current operations at Hags Bosch landfill, but she did raise some concerns about the health of the landfill's pickers.
However, we need to ensure that their social welfare, their health welfare is properly addressed, because they're doing work for us. We're putting out all the waste that we have from our various homes, and when it comes here, they do the separation.
The recycling process at the landfill is the first of its kind in Guyana. Both tires and yard refuse are shredded. The shredded tires have many uses, including road repair, waterproofing, and playground flooring. According to Minister Hastings, the wood chippings will go to the formation of compost. Minister Hastings also took the time to emphasize the importance of recycling.
Think, separate, and store. Now we have to think about what happens after we store that garbage. We can't just have one garbage truck come into these homes, because we're encouraging you to separate your garbage at home. But when the garbage truck comes in to collect it, they dump everything. So maybe we'll have to come up with 2 separate trucks, one to collect the organic waste and another to follow. Or we may have to come up with a system whereby we collect these scrap materials that are not organic maybe twice a week or twice a month. But we have to find a good system in place.
We at Channel 2 Headline News echo the minister's call to recycle. Don't go away. Still ahead, we have our regional and international news.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Want to see the Amazon Warriors live and win tickets to the greatest cricket event of the year? Then show us your Warrior dance and you can win. It's easy. Check out our YouTube page, like the video, learn the moves, and upload your video for a chance to win.
GTT, proud sponsors of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. GTT, do more.
Styles, simply different.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
In news from the region now, in Trinidad and Tobago, on August 1st, the police service will deploy 60 body cameras for a 6-month trial period. The cameras were officially launched today. CNC3 TV brings us that story.
Okay, so this is just one of the 60 body cameras that will be used in the pilot experiment, which was donated by TSTT. So just explain to me how it works.
Well, the camera is rotated 240 degrees. They can have the screen facing the civilian camera looking at it, so when you wear it, the civilian sees what's on the screen. You have it the other way, so the security civilian doesn't see what's being recorded. You have what most of the function is disabled right now, or we have you push up, starts to record automatically.
Okay.
When the officer finish, stop recording. Right when they reach back to base, they scroll down, go to end of shift,
right,
and it starts to upload the information.
And it uploads the secure server.
Right. Or if the station is outfitted with the docking station, all they do is simply dock the device, it charges it, and starts to upload the device or the footage for the day.
Right. And it's how long does the battery life?
The battery will last 10 hours, power on, 8 hours if it's recording constantly for the entire day.
Right. And waterproof?
Waterproof, TSC said water up to 1 meter. So it's waterproof, shockproof. It's pretty sturdy.
Right?
It's a little heavy though.
Yeah. So these are the body cameras here.
You also have the...
It should be in operation from August 1st for 6 months, and after that they will decide if they're going to request more and report on how it functioned.
You also have the holder. That clips to the bulletproof vest. It's very heavy, so when it clips to the bulletproof vest, so the camera will be here, this side and this side. It's pretty straightforward from the end user perspective.
Alright, thank you.
And internationally, high tensions in Jerusalem's Old City boiled over into skirmishes on Friday after security restrictions were introduced by Israeli authorities. CNN's Ian Lee reports.
The director of a local hospital says 2 Palestinians have been killed and more than 100 injured in the protest. 2 Israeli police officers were killed there a week ago. Israel has barred men under 50 from entering the area for Friday prayers. Well, let's bring in Ian Lee from Jerusalem. What more are we hearing? You're outside a hospital.
Yeah, Robin, earlier there was a stream of people coming into this hospital. It's quiet now. There's been over 100 people injured who have been brought here. These are Palestinian protesters who were injured with their clashes with the police. All day, since the very beginning, there has been these clashes between the two, just kicked off right after the Friday prayer. And that's when, if you can hear that, there's still clashes just further down. But they've had these clashes, running clashes in the street around the Old City. Palestinians are upset with these new security measures that the Israelis implemented near the Temple Mount, also known as Haram Sharif, or the Noble Sanctuary for Muslims. And this has really sparked what we've been seeing today that has led to over 100 people injured, Palestinians, 2 Palestinians killed, and what we're hearing from the police, 4 police officers have been injured in these clashes.
And now for the weather report. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, ch2headlinenews.com. You can also tune in Sunday morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Monday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your home, and do have a blessed weekend.